everyone, welcome back to the channel, and on this video I'm going to continue building the Tamiya RC glove liner. This is step 27, and on step 27 I'm going to install the transmission with the motor already installed into the chassis right here. Alright, and for this step all I need is just two parts, and it's going to be this part is BF2 and also the propeller shaft, the long one, because there's a short one and there's a long one. So just these two parts and the transmission with the motor. All right, so let's get the part, and the first one is BF2. All right, so I have my parts right here all organized into this plastic bin because it's easier, and the screw is going to be the fine thread. All right, not the coarse thread, it's the fine one right there. Okay, there you go. Okay, so it's 4 of them. Okay, 2, and then okay, 3, and 1 more right there, 4. Okay, so I got all the 4 screws. Okay, close this up and put it on the side, and now I need the propeller shaft, the long one. Okay, and that one you're going to find it in this part. Okay, it's on this part. There you go, you see it right there. Okay, I already cut it open so it's easier to take out, and this is the long part. Okay, the propeller shaft. Okay, all right, and the cool thing about the instructions is that you can always compare it, right, to make sure. There's the drawing, and right there it's a perfect match. And same thing with the screw, right? You can compare it right there. Okay, and that's the right one. All right, so that's the good thing about these instructions, that you can always double check. All right, so now we have the transmission right here with the motor. Okay, here it is. Okay, I have it in this palette that I made, plastic, not plastic, wood palette, right? You know, just to display the transmission. All right, so okay, so this is the transmission with the motor. Okay, and here's the chassis, right? Okay, let me zoom out. Okay, so you can get a better view. Okay, and right there. Okay, alrighty. So now for this installation, I'm going to have my son build it, install the transmission. All right, and this is something that the nice thing about this hobby is that if you have sons, right, you can involve them in this type of hobby, this type of build, and they're gonna have a good time. They're gonna enjoy it, right? And it teaches them something good, right, to build, you know, something that is interesting and creative, right? All right, so I'm going to give him a call, and he's gonna come and install it, and I'm gonna be doing the recording. All right. Alright everyone, very easy installation. As you can see, just 4 screws right there on the transmission case. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that's it. Now one thing to keep in mind is that before you put the screws, right here, the propeller shaft right there, make sure you install this first. So this one, install it first, right? And then after you install this first, then go ahead and put the screws, because if you put the screws first, then this is harder to install. So this one, put it in first and then put the screws, okay? And don't forget to use Loctite, right? Because it's going, screw is going to metal with metal. So that way with the vibration, they don't come off. Now another thing to keep in mind is that this area right here is very tight, okay? Because you have the cable here, right? You have this cable here, and so right here is very tight. So one of the things I had to do is bended the wires. This connector right here, okay, I bended it, and I also added a little bit of solder to secure the wire, and also to make the bend much stronger. So I added a little bit of solder right there, okay? And I did the same thing with the bottom connector right there. I bended it too, and I also added solder to make the bend where it bends much stronger, okay? So that's something to keep in mind. And the reason I had to bend these connectors is because the plate, this plastic plate that goes on the top, let me show you, okay, is this one, right? This is the plate that is going to have the seats right here, and the battery. So this is the battery tray, okay? So this thing sits right here, so just like that, see? So that's why the way I had it before on the other videos that I made, this this connector was let me show you how it looks normally, so you can get a better idea. All right, so here's the normal connector. This is how it is. Okay, it's those connectors you use for the speakers, right? Very common. And so this is what it is, right? The connector. So they were sticking out like this, and what happened is that this plate didn't go in, so it was pretty much blocking it from this plate to completely sit down how it's supposed to. So that's the reason these connectors, right, I had to bend them, you know, so this plate could sit. So just keep that in mind if you get any other type of motor besides the original that it comes with, right? And if you install some solder or connect some connectors to the new motor, just keep that in mind that you have limited space, so make sure that it fits right. Okay, all right, so let me move this out of the way. And when you're installing this, also if it gets messy, like with the liquid Loctite, you can always clean it with alcohol, right? Regular alcohol. One more thing, I almost forgot. Okay, now on these connectors, right, if in case when you connect them, right, they become loose, right, because sometimes they might get loose, right, when you're bending it, right, then what you need to do is just get a plier, right, like any type of plier, right? I'll use this one for right now. So what you want to do is just squeeze this, right? Squeeze this just a little bit, right there, just a little bit. So this thing can close, right? Same thing on this side. So that's all you have to do. Just, you know, squeeze it a little bit on both sides, right? Very gently, and that's gonna make this connector new again. So when you plug it in, it's not loose. So that's something to a tip in case this thing becomes loose. Then just squeeze those two sides very gently, not all the way, right? And that's gonna help you. It's gonna make it secure again and strong again. Okay, really strong connector. Connection, I mean. Another thing I want to point out is that when you paint the transmission case, right, you gotta be careful when installing it into the chassis, because it can get scratched. The paint can start to come off, depending on the type of paint that you use, or also the how good you painted the case, right? Like in my case, I don't know if it was the paint, right? It was not a good quality paint for this type of plastic, because what happened is it started to chip and come off very easily. So you can see it right there. So I don't know if I didn't prepare it good, right? The surface, I didn't prepare it that good, and that's why it started to chip. I really don't know, or maybe the paint was not the proper paint for this, right? So just be careful when you paint it and install it, right? Just be careful, that way you don't have this type of results. Like for me, I don't mind, because I mean, this is the transmission. So normally, transmissions, they're dirty, right? They're not clean. So they happen to look dirty. And right here, even though right here also looks scratched, right? It's still, I don't mind, because I'm actually thinking maybe I'm going to paint it, give it a little detail, weather it, so it looks a little bit old, or like if it's a little bit rusty or dirty, so I can still work with it and make it look a little bit older, right? Older or dirty, I mean. Since, like I said, since it's a transmission, no big deal, it'll still look good, right? Oh, I almost forgot to connect this link, this shaft right here. This is what it's called, this threaded shaft. Okay, this one goes right here. Okay, right there where that little ball is. Okay, and in case it doesn't align, and it doesn't, because you have to align exactly, you don't want to have too much pressure, like forcing it, right? So in case it doesn't align perfectly, like just like you see right there, all you have to do is just thread it, right, either to the right or to the left, to adjust it, right? That way it goes in nice and easy. Okay, and then just press it down, okay, carefully, until it clicks into the little ball. All right, there you go. Okay, all right, see right there, you can see that. Okay, it's nice. There's not a lot of pressure, right? Because you don't want too much pressure, because this thing is supposed to move freely, right? With that's what changes the gears. Okay, so just like that. All right, everyone, if you like this type of videos, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to this channel. Thank you again for watching this video, and I'll see you next time on step 28. Step 28 is going to be installing the building the mud flats to install it into the chassis. All right, so step 28 is the next one. All right, everyone, thank you again for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.